the beginning of the story. Why do we watch that? Okay, well, actually, we'll get to it. No. Now Charlie's going to continue on how to get to these hot women. And I mean, it's a challenge, but I absolutely guarantee if you follow exactly what I tell you, exactly, even you can get laid.
All right, get laid.
All right? I know. Trust me. Sensei is about to lay some fucking wisdom down. All right, let's start off with this. What is this?
A wavelength. The roller coaster.
Those are
Right?
sequences in
What?
The
film.
roller coaster of emotion.
Roller coaster of emotion. That's actually not bad.
No, those are like sequences in a film. Like,
I was gonna say like sine and cosine.
what?
No, we're thinking big picture right now. We're not thinking just movies.
The girl's mood.
What?
Biorhythm. The girl's mood.
It's a heartbeat.
It's herpes?
No, heartbeat.
That's a heartbeat.
This is where it breaks out. It goes into remission.
What?
Breaks out. Goes into remission.
Find the one with heartbeat. There you go.
No,
So
this is your love life. Okay? Now, those of you guys who have been in a few relationships, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay? Let me tell you how relationships work. Okay. First of all, I had a fear of women in my mid-teens about. Your women's ability to take my heart, throw it on the ground, stomp on it, and piss it on it, and make me feel bad, freaks me out. I didn't like that. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to figure you fuckers out. And I spent a few years thinking about women, thinking about it, and now I got you guys wired. Oh, yeah.
All right, let's hear it.
Oh, I know you, bitch. All right. So let me tell you how relationships work, first of all. You start off and you're just cruising along. And by the way, because I'm a guy, I'm going to talk about women. But when you're a woman, everything applies exactly the same, just turn it around. And it's like, I'm going to absolutely instruct my daughters to follow these rules. So you're cruising along and you meet a girl. And here's the thing. It's like that movie, actually. When you're falling in love, it is, without a doubt, one of the magic moments in life. Like the first time you hold hands, the first time you kiss, you're all excited, and you're constantly texting each other and talking to each other, and you want to see each other all the time. You see each other you spend all your free time, you start to ignore your friends, and it's like they're on your mind constantly, and you got that feeling of like the world's just picked you up this much, and you're kind of walking a little bit it's an unreal feeling, right? You're going up and up and up and up. You feel awesome. It's fantastic. But then the odds that you're going to marry this person and live happily ever after, pretty slim, right? First time, whatever it is. So you break up, and guess what? Now you go into the other side of the coin of falling in love. And that is the free fall into total fucking black depression, right? You feel lonely, the world sucks, you don't want to talk to anybody, you just want to sit in your room and I don't know, eat ice cream and close the curtains, and you feel really bummed out, and you're all you got negative energy, it's it totally sucks. And then slowly you pick yourself back up over time, and then you kind of get yourself back to your bearings. Then you meet someone new, and the whole cycle starts over and over and over again. Okay? That's how it works. Can you guys validate this so far?
Yeah.
All right. Yes.
Something to that, don't you think that the first 2 or 3 major dumps are just lower, the first breakups?
The first, your first breakup is just tears.
Right.
Guy or a girl. It's just, and then when you find out she's going out with someone else, it just fucking stabs you in the heart again.
Right.
Young love is the most painful.
Yep.
It's the most roller coastery. All right. Now, so that's the first thing. Love is this thing. Now, here's a couple observations about this experience. Have you ever noticed that when you're like up here, it seems like you start meeting all these other new women? It's like suddenly like it seems like everyone's single and everyone's like kind of interested in you and everyone. You guys know what I'm talking about? But when you're down here, you can't fucking buy a date. I mean, like seriously, like your friends are like, oh, we'll take you out to a bar or something like that. It's the worst fucking thing in the world because like you're down here and you go to a bar and no one wants anything to do with you. You guys recognize how this works? Okay, so here's what I suddenly realized. This is my first insight. Like a dog can smell fear, a woman can smell a lack of confidence. All right? It's like this light bulb went on. And that's why what happens when you're dating someone and you kind of got this good mojo, it's like women are like kind of like interested in you. When you're down here and like you go into that bar, as soon as you walk in, all the women's antennas like beep 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 beep. Oh, fucking loser! Ah. and then you try to like talk to them, and like blah, blah, and like they're just it's just it's the worst possible scenario. Like you don't want to go out here, right? So you guys understand like the basic premises so far of how this works. Okay. So now, knowing how love works, right? Knowing how love works. How do we use this information to actually get this fucking pathetic bastard laid? All right? That's the goal. And I have a very practical solution. And if you follow exactly what I tell you to do, exactly what I tell you to do, your forearms are going to start looking like Popeye because you're going to be beating women off your dick the whole time. You're going to be so fucking popular. You just got to follow exactly what I'm telling you to do, though. First thing I tell you to do is get rid of the ponytail, but no, joking. All right, now let's take a dude. He's a fucking loser. Let's call him Cole. Fine. Here's what you're going to do. The first thing is you're going to be patient. Going to be patient. All right. So let's list some of the things we want to do. I want you to be patient. And I want you to follow the Saddleback motto. Aim high. Start low. So, you're going to find a girl, like through your friends or ask someone, and it's going to be very friendly, like, hey, look, I'm a film major. I should be going to see more movies. Do you want to come with me? Like, just, whatever it is. And give me, like, a girl's name.
Maddie.
Maddie?
That's my girlfriend.
Oh, you already have a girlfriend?
Yep.
Oh, you're no good. No, let's call it, kind of ethnic. Let's go with Consuela. What?
Doggy afuera. Doggy out.
Who's single? Male. Who wants to be my experiment for this semester?
Gall.
Cody?
Gall?
Gall.
He didn't raise his hand.
You want to be the experiment?
Sure.
Okay, we can have a few people do it. Veltais, you're single?
Yes.
You're shocked that he's single, not me?
What?
Whoa. All right.
Just immediately insult someone else.
What's your first name?
Steven.
Steven? Yeah, we're just going to go with Cole. All right. Anyway, I don't care. Consuela's got like a fucking limp. She's got one eye. We don't care, okay? If she's got a vagina, she's fair game. All right? Because we're going to aim high, start low.
It's the binary scale.
So she's got like one leg's a little bit shorter than the other. All right? And she's got like one eye.
She's a pirate.
I didn't even have an eye. I didn't have a face.
Because you're so white.
Stop. So you're going to go out with her about once a week, okay? Because the other rule is you're no exclusivity. You're not falling in love and spending all your time together and texting one another all the time and talking to each other all the time and spending all your free time. You're not going to fall into that, okay? You're going to date, all right? About once a week, more or less, all right? Now that you're hanging out with Consuela, what's going to happen to you on this scale? You're going to start going up. And what's going to happen as you start to go up?
More women.
You're going to start meeting other women. So let's just say you meet, I'll call her C2.
Consuelo 2.0.
Okay? And when you meet, and it's going to happen. This is the one that always takes the most time. Okay, the first one always takes the most time. That's why I'm telling you. Patient, start low. All right? Then, once you get Consuelo 1, C2 will come along. This one will come fairly quickly. Okay? And now you're going to do the same thing. Going to see her about once a week, more or less. Going to see her about once a week. Okay, now you're going out a couple times a week. You're going to meet other people. You're going to meet their friends. You're going to be like, going to a party. You're going to be meeting other people, and your confidence. Now that you're dating 2 women, you're feeling pretty good. Here's the next rule: you're going to be honest, and that means if Consuela asks you, "Hey, man, are you seeing this other woman?" Just go, "Hey, look. How old are you? Like 14?"
18.
Okay. Okay. I'm 18. I'm not ready to like get married or even be in like a super serious relationship. I need to like focus on my studies and get like my career started and just tell them the truth. Yeah, I'm dating you. I like dating you. Sometimes I may go out with another woman. Here's the weirdest thing. When you tell Consuelo 1 that, what's her reaction always? No, she wants you worse. She wants you worse. You always want what you can't have. I know it sounds crazy, but if you're honest, like, look, I love dating you, but I'm not interested in getting like in a super serious relationship. You're just become it. Okay? Now, you're dating Consuelo 1, you're dating Consuelo 2. At this stage, absolutely guaranteed, probably within about a couple weeks, C3.
This one's speaking English now?
Shut up. Okay. You're dating Consuela, uno, dos, tres, right? At this stage, you're going out, like about every 10 days, you're taking them out, going to do stuff. Let me tell you something. You are so fucking high on the scale, we have to jigger the scale now, right? In fact, you don't walk, you strut. You dressed up like Elvis, you got a big white fucking collar, you got a cape on, you got like sunburned, and you are the fucking Elvis of Saddleback. And you're feeling it. You're feeling it, right? And guess what will happen? Absolutely guaranteed. Here comes C4. Here comes C5. Okay? It becomes fucking unmanageable. It becomes like you can't like By the way, I've done this multiple times. Like you could like parachute me into like some crazy third world country. I'll tuck and roll. Next thing you know, I'll be getting this up and going. Because it works. It works absolutely every time. Every time it works. Okay. This is too much. Like pretty soon, dating becomes your life, and it gets overwhelming. Like by the way, you have to learn like a bunch of cheap dates because you're gonna be going on a lot of dates. Like beach fire is always a good one. Wine tasting is good because they give you the wine for free. There's a bunch of good cheap dates. Anyway. So when you start getting like all this Consuela action, you have to kind of look it over and go, well, Consuela 3. She's jealous. Has anyone ever dated someone that's jealous? Yeah. Who? Yeah. It's fucking horrible, isn't it? It's the worst. Like I'm telling you, jealousy for me is a no-go. So like, it's like, okay, you know what? I got too much going. Jealous girl, all right, out. And then you find out like Consuelo, I want a girl with like 2 full legs or whatever it is. Okay, and then you get like C6. So what happens to the quality of your group as you start moving along the system?
They get better.
Quality starts to get fucking stratospheric. Okay, like you start dating women a mile out of your league. I mean, like from where you originally started. I mean, literally, the quality goes up dramatically, quickly. The whole thing is, it's slow to start, but once it starts getting rolling, then the women start piling in, and the quality just starts going way up. Because if they're not way up there in the quality, you're just like, fuck, I'm not dating you, right? So you're always like going for like that one edge up. And the other beauty of this system is that you learn a lot about people and partners. Like you start to learn, like I'm telling you, don't date anyone that's insecure. You ever dated anyone insecure? Yeah, it's fucking horrible, isn't it? Like you can never, like don't do it. So it's that classic thing. Everyone's going to have some kind of baggage. Remember, I try to tell you, Mr. and Mrs. Perfect is not going to just walk into your life and, oh my God, you're just perfect. I think that's unrealistic. But what is realistic, I think, is saying, okay, I'm willing to accept some things that are not my ideal, but you got to learn what are things that are acceptable to you and what are things that are not acceptable to you. Like, so for example, I'd watch out for insecurity and jealousy. I'd look out for laziness. Like that's a bad one. I look out for substance abuse. there's a few things I look out for a bad temper. I look out for dishonesty. Like there's a few things like you start to learn like don't go there. And it's kind of like if I took you into like the ice cream store and I said, okay, you have to pick one flavor right now and you have to that's the only flavor you get for the rest of your life. What are the odds that you're going to pick the right flavor?
1 in 32.
1 in 32. Fine. Not very good odds. Now, if you're able to sample them, and you realize the whole like minty thing, not for me. The whole fruity thing, not for me.
Are you sure?
The chocolate. The chocolate, man. The chocolate's happening, right? So now let's explore the chocolates a little bit more deeply. So, but the point being though is that like you're starting to make these informed choices, right? And the upside is also it's just super fun. It's fun to date new people and get to know them and work the system. Work human nature a little bit is actually a fun thing to not be fighting the tide and doing this nonsense. All right. So typically what we do is we get a couple volunteers that are going to go into film 2, and we have you actively pursue this plan, and then you make a full report in film 2. The guy last time, did you guys know that Hispanic guy?
Grab him.
I don't know Patrick Carroll.
Yeah.
No one?
Yeah.
Okay, the guy may be slightly retarded. All right? But he said, I volunteer, I'm going to be the guinea pig. He came back with his iPad. He's like, okay, here's Consuelo 1. And then here's Consuelo 2, 3, 4, 5. And it was phenomenal how like the scale, like the quality of the women. He was way out of his league. Way out of his league. And then right now, actually, the guy that gave me this, he's doing it right now. And the first girl he dated actually had like a super lazy eye. So she was like, arr. But that's why. But now he's climbing the ladder. So it's fun. It's fun. Like so. Do we have any volunteers to? Okay, we got a couple of them. So I want to report. You have to follow these rules exactly. Okay. Got to follow the rules, and I want to report for film 2. And since we're a visual class, any kind of like pictures are good. Okay? So remember, the first one is the hardest one. Now, why did I show you guys this?
Same with crew members, I guess? Or...
No.
No.
Some of the movies.
No.
Do you want us to have a life?
Who said jobs? Correct. Healy! It's exactly correct. When you go searching for jobs, it's going to be very much the same thing. For example, has anyone ever been unemployed and really need a job? And how hard is it to get a job when you're unemployed and really need that job? The same way that a girl can smell lack of confidence, your employer, when they're interviewing, can smell desperation. All right? So when you really need a job, that's when you're going to be at your absolute worst in terms of the interview and stuff like that. When you got a job and you waltz in like, yeah, well, I already got one, that's when they want you even more. All right? Because it's the same exact thing. So the hardest thing when you're getting a job in entertainment, the hardest thing by far is the first job. But remember, be patient, aim high, but start low. And don't be exclusive. What are the odds that you're going to take this job and be there for the next 45 years? Very, very slim, right? What are the odds that it's even the right one for you? 1 in 32. You got to bounce around. You got to figure out what it is that you want to do, right? So you got to be patient. take the first job no matter what. Pays nothing. We don't care. Overwork you. We don't care. You just take that first job, and then once you get that first job and you get to know other people and you're meeting other people, inevitably, in time, you will get a second job offer, right? And then once you get that second job and you meet that whole other new group of people and all that other stuff, the other jobs will start to come. And every time you take a new job, you're going to get a little bit of a pay bump, or you're going to get a little bit better credit, or you're going to have just things are going to improve, all right? This is the only proven way that I've seen for students to get into the industry, is that if you start off and say, I'm a director, you're also going to be unemployed, typically. If you start off and say, like, I just want to fucking work, well, you know what? You will find Consuelo one. And you will start to move up, absolutely. And this has been the one pattern I've seen for people to get in, over and over and over and over again. It works, it absolutely works. So this is how you want to do it, okay? So another big part of this class has been trying to get your heads to, don't be so egotistical. Try not to be. That's why I try to scare you a little bit in the beginning. Because arguably the biggest obstacle to you getting started off in entertainment is your egos. You think you're all that when you're not yet. It's so frequently your biggest obstacle. And that's maybe one thing that we do right here as compared to, say, SC or Chapman, is that a lot of those guys come out feeling very not privileged, but
They paid their money, so they think they automatically earn it by doing that.
well, they have this sense of entitlement, and it just is not going to work. It's just not going to work in life. So I want you guys to take this to heart, not just for women, but also for your career prospects. It's the only thing I've seen work over and over again. And remember, we have a tremendous hit rate when it comes to people getting jobs in industry. We have an insane hit rate compared to other schools. And I think this is the secret why. All right. Doing something today? I teach you guys so much shit that you guys just... You have a girlfriend?
Yeah.
It's a little too late for the Consuela thing then.
Sorry.
What?
Sorry.
I'm not sorry, she is. How long you guys been going out?
About 3 months now.
She'll get over it. And then when you're...
I've known her for 3 years, so.
She'll get over it. And then when you're rolling around down here, remember this lecture.